EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Chicago Bears. Marr now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Bravo.
On second and 11 now. Trubisky. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long.
Hey, Steve six. Lock in.
Now Trubisky on third and long. And he's going to go down again. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some room to maneuver. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Elliott running right. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. On second down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought up.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 87 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards on the play, first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up.
I don't know what I'm doing right now. I just kind of threw that. Like,
score! Touchdown!
What was I doing? Uh-oh.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Moore, up and
just
good.
Gave him a touchdown.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Right to him. I had no idea what I was doing there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Put on! 180! 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I got it! He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash!
They'll run on first down. Cohen. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. On second down, it's Cohen, and he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tackles. Alert. Mike by four. Watch twist. Hey, echo. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Jazzy. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Alert. Check.
Man, you can hike the ball.
So that'll back him up 5.
180. 54. All day, baby. Check 54.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to go up top.
Where are you throwing that? Come on.
This is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Robert Quinn able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You better be ready next time.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left
definitely
hash,
on his
this
A game
is
this
46.
game. Man,
And his kick
definitely not.
is absolutely perfect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Due to time constraints, we
throwing
move
the
you
ball,
forward in
working
today's
flat
broadcast to
defenders,
the beginning of
playing
the
hard
third quarter.
flats.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now, meanwhile,
of course I don't get the pick.
Should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Running with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Elliott. Well, they have a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a count.
Good game. You said what? Okay, so wasn't ready for the #1 guy on my little return game there. Why can't I find a game? What is going on? Something's wrong right now.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Marr now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
First down, Bears.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 31, Trubisky.
Where are you throwing that, Trubisky? What is that? He's wide open with a user trailer. Just throw it to him. What are you doing? Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Elliott. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got his target.
He just completes that with 3 people with Dak Prescott and Trubisky. Can't hit a wide open guy running across the route. What?
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game,
this game is crazy sometimes.
Momentum goes 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Elliott. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. We're scoreless after 1. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
So he catches that.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, kill.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. On
2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Looking deep downfield.
Wow.
It's caught inside the 30.
Why didn't he jump?
Takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
This game is insane.
A big play here for
Why
Dallas.
didn't he jump? I was right there.
43 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is
wow, Trubisky is having an ass game. Dude, he's open in the flat. Just hit him with the ball.
Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to
have gone just a bum in this game.
Only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Trubisky to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cohen. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. Here's Trubisky.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Watch twist. Watch under. Here go 46.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it with Cohen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them. They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score a touchdown.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
This is Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Elliott. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's get it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Let's go.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now a handoff to Cohen running left side. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave them with a 2nd and just 3. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Alert, 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 alert. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You're right, you're right, you're right.
Throwing now is Trubisky.
Glitch? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Huh.
Turnover there as his guys.
Wow, he's doing that. Lagged me on the 2-point conversion, then almost lost connection.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams,
I had him open too. It wouldn't do it.
The spark that often wins games.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got playing to catch.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Elliott.
Wow, and then he just fell over.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the...
So, you know, this is where if I was a cheater and I was an IP booter, I'd boot this guy. But I'm not, so... He fucking lagged. What a... Wow. I can't believe he lagged me on that 2-point conversion. And then magically he was experiencing connection issues at the end. People are so gay. I'm gonna lag somebody. That's the kind of shit that pisses me off. I think you're in the trenches with somebody and they don't even have the respect to just play you. They gotta be like, oh, let me lag.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears.
I don't even mean to do that. That's how shitty that connection was there. I worked great. I didn't even mean to do that. Holy shit. That was like the best kickoff of all time on accident. Maybe it's the servers. I don't know. My shit's doing good now.
Here we go. Waiting. Straight 15.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the carry, this is Scott. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Do you tighten up? This my 7. 58.
Hey, my 7.
No game on this defense. No game. 58. Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to look deep down the field. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. An 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Room here to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 47 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Check 31, check 31. Check, crunch.
On play action, Wentz. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Trying to get it to Jackson.
That dude knocked me over?
Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Sidesteps him at the 35. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. There he goes, right side. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
58, right? Exit. Mike, 58, right there.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
57.
You got it right there. 58, boy, 58. 58's Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 58's Mike.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
58's the Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Let him know.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jay. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Davis running right. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen on his way to a monster game. 3 first half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Their catch made it a 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket. for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
First down, a run with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 44-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. You got three down.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. It's Cohen. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gotta do better. Come on.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
There we go. Back man. 180. Two jack.
Kill.
Flag, come on. Push up.
They'll run on first down. Scott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Check 43.
74.
58's the mic. Watch the run. He's south, baby. That's big south.
Bravo.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Not here.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
On play action, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Check 26. Check. Joker.
Ram.
Check 13.
It's 357. Lynn 5-3.
Check 25. Deuce.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. He'll have a first down past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 74 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58, come on.
Least line two.
Check 52.
Here, kill.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You ready? Watch the safety cream.
Let's go. Great. Great 5-2. Come here. Hey, team 6.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On 1st down. It's Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the foot. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd down now. It's Scott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Tight go.
It's 3rd and 9.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft,
quit, you
really
can.
The first round, it was pretty defensive.
Maybe he's not a quitter. I don't know. Everyone else quits.
There were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they look pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Potter made the tackle.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Danny Trevathan, his 2nd sack of the night. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Go, go.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit.
It really depends on what formation that they're using and what they're trying to accomplish. I just try to adapt. So whatever they're trying to run on offense, I'm trying to take that away on defense. So if they want to run the formation that I'm running and just piling up yards and touchdowns on him with, then I'm trying to stop that. I got a front that I run for that. If they're trying to pass it, it depends on their formations too, because some formations get defended better by other defensive formations, and some defensive formations don't do good against certain offensive formations. But I like to run cover 4 palms. Cover 4 palms is a pretty good play. But there's certain formations that will shred it and certain plays that will shred it. There's no perfect defense. There's no perfect offense either. Everything can be stopped and everything can be stopped and everything can be defended. I mean, it's just how it works. The I-form closed stretch is a very good run. That's the run I'm using.
Make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Two jet. 5. Go. 58, 58, Mike.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danny Trevathan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. On 3rd down, it's Scott. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational
I really don't know why he's not
Let's just
quitting.
call it team football.
I hope
The
he doesn't
defense
cheat.
did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation.
He'll probably
so
IP
they're
boot
turning
me or
the ball
something.
back over to
The only
their
reason he's still in the
offense.
game is he's
You
gonna
think
fuck
those guys
around
will get
until he
along
can.
very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Hey, Delta. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Cover 4 palms is what I'm running right now
Check.
with adjustments.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there
Just
for
blitzing the
sack.
purples.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard
Oh, what run
line.
defense do I use? Sorry, I read that totally wrong. I was paying attention. I wish I could show you. I don't have the ball.
Before the
Right?
2-minute warning.
It's kind of the opposite of what I was hoping to show you, I guess.
One on 1st down. It's Cohen. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy
So
rooms.
cover 4 is generally a pretty good run defense because the safeties are in run fits. So like if people are trying to run the run on me that I'm using, I'll try to use this 4-3 over. I like the 4-3. You can use 3-4. But there's different formations. I like this 4-3 over. And then I move my linebacker. I use the quarters, cover 4 quarters, and then he's using this right now. So I picked the cover 4 quarters, 4-3 over. I base a line, bring this guy way out here, bring this guy way out here.
Obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message?
Trying to read the play.
For this final drive in a lopsided
Try to
game
bottle
like
it up.
this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Check 24. Check 24. Alert 3.
On 3rd down, it's Scott. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
I mean, I shouldn't even be
We'll
calling
back after
timeout, but
this.
he just wants to keep playing, so I guess I'm going to see if I can stop him again if he wants to keep playing.
Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down.
Stop your whining.
Hey, high 7.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And this return
It all depends on what type of plays he's trying to hit you with.
And give him now 4
So if he's trying to hit you deep, I like the this guy's been trying to. This guy was killing me earlier in the game with these deep patterns to Deshaun Jackson. So I was just blitzing the purples, not giving him any time.
There have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since
Sometimes if they're trying to quick throw it, I just leave the purples and light blues. I'll shade them down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But there's no magic to anything. Like you can pick the palms, and the palms might work for you.
Here's 2nd and 3.
But you also gotta have some good user skill and take some reads away from the person. And
Again, it's Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
so now he's trying my defense that I was just telling you about. He didn't set it up great.
First down, it's Cohen.
Shouldn't went for the spin.
Now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their time. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
On second down, it's Cohen. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the first down before he... Brought down at the 3. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen, and he will get into the end zone.
He concedes now with 1 second left, losing by 40-something. People are crazy. Why would you didn't think the game was over by then? Like, So, people can use custom jerseys online, it looks like. How the fuck do you do that? Oh shit, I could do all orange. Where is it? How come? How come he ain't on there though? So I don't get. He just used his. I have to go like this. Yeah, how did that guy use... I don't understand how he used... It doesn't make sense. I just ran into somebody who played that. Do I have to set it as something? Oh, there it is. Oh shit, maybe you guys. Now maybe this will work. What the fuck? I gotta see if I can find that dude's name. Can you use custom jerseys online head-to-head Madden 20? Madden 20 custom uniforms. Yo, how did that dude do that? Yo, do you know how to use custom jerseys in online head-to-head? I just saw someone use the Eagles with a custom jersey, and I have no idea how to do it. I made a couple custom jerseys, but they don't show up when I go to change my jersey in the quick match.
What's going on, everybody? It's Eric Raven back here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the current state of Madden 20 after the biggest change via the recent title update this week, or the latest patch, whatever you want to refer to it as. I'm going to talk about how the game changed. Is it changed for the better or for the worse? Did EA make another mistake with an update? We're going to talk about all that in this video. So if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date on the latest Madden 20 news and tips all year long, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any uploads. So, for the past couple days, we've been talking a lot about the new Superstar KO mode. I've had a lot of fun with it, but now we're back to the regular program. We had an update a couple days ago, which brought the new Superstar KO mode, but it also brought some other changes to the game, and I went over that a couple days ago in that video. But I want to talk about the biggest changes to the game and how the state of Madden 20 has changed. Some parts could be a little bit for the better, but I think some of it's for the worse, and I'm going to dive deep into why. So the biggest change that happened in this update was to zone coverage. And we know when it comes to patching the game or updating it, sometimes we say, we wish they wouldn't patch it as much. They said this year they wouldn't overly patch or tune the game. They'd only, take care of the game-breaking bugs. But we're starting to see that they're starting to do those tuning and those adjustments. And when you start doing that after the game has been out and people have played it and you know how people are playing your game on that particular year, once you start messing with things like that, it causes a chain reaction. Sometimes it can be for the worse. So this is what they did for zone coverage. It said that they tuned to increase the break-on-ball reaction time for zone coverage defenders. Based on the player feedback, we've increased the break-on-ball reaction time by 0.2 of a second. You can expect superstars and X Factors to break consistently on the QB's arm movement based on their specific coverage abilities. It says this change will make zone defenders more aggressive and will apply to all game styles, and there will also be some more zone-specific tuning coming in a future update. Now, the thing to notice about this that's most important is that they didn't really make zones better. They made the reaction time better, and I'm going to show you what that is right here in this video. So we're going to run a corner, a streak, and a flat. A very good typical flood concept that has been the most popular in Madden for over a decade now. It just works very well. You have a streak to kind of run off deep coverage. You have a corner route that goes to the sideline. You have a flat that goes underneath. So typically the flat or the corner is going to be open regardless. But the thing is, the way the zones are playing in Madden, you can pretty much always throw the corner route. Now, can you still throw the corner route? Yes, you can still throw it. It's a lot harder to complete it now. And that's not necessarily a bad or good thing in itself, but when you factor in the rest of the game and how it plays, it could be a bad thing, and I'm going to talk about that in this video, so just bear with me. So here's a regular cover 3. Before the update, you could just throw this corner all day wide open. Now, you're going to see, this is tight. It's like, you can't look. We couldn't even get it in there. It's a very, very tight window now. And is that a bad thing necessarily? Not necessarily, because they should be able to break on it. They should defend it. Deep zones weren't the best in the world, but they weren't the worst in the world either, because you could click on and kind of make the play yourself. But you see here, very tight coverage. Now, yes, the flat route's open underneath. That's what we should be going to. But I want to show the corner route because the thing is, before the update, you could get this corner wide open. And usually this purple zone would have been a little bit more aggressive on the flat, meaning you could have threw the corner out every play. So it is kind of good in the sense that, yes, they're kind of bracketing this, and they're playing and they're reacting to the ball very well. That's good to see. Same thing with the cover 2. Before the patch, cloud flats were terrible. Cloud flats are definitely better now. Those were the zones that needed to be fixed more than anything with the cloud flats. The deep zones were okay. The hook zones could have been better as well. But here we're going to run a little curl flat concept. Now, before the patch, you could almost complete both the curl and the flat underneath against a cloud flat, because cloud flats were terrible. Those definitely were bugged. I don't think zone coverage as a whole was bugged. I think cloud flats were bugged. Everything else I think was actually working as intended, but a lot of people complained, so they felt the need to adjust the reaction time. But now you'll see, we try to throw this underneath, he's rallying down to that ball. We got about 2.5 yards there. Before the update, you could get route itself. So to Devontae Adams now, we'll go ahead and try to throw the curl to him. You'll notice not only is the cloud flat playing better, but so is the hook curl. That hook curl was not going to play that before the update, or not consistently. It would have kind of came down, or you could have just threw right at it and it wouldn't have reacted. So that is good. I think hook curls and I think cloud flats, they were a little bit bad, but the deep zones is really where the biggest change is, because what you'll notice here is I'm going to motion out Alice and put him on a streak. I'm going to put the tight end on a drag, because I want to just focus on the corner and the streak here. Because now what they've done is they've kind of gone back, I think, to Madden 18, where players are breaking with their backs to the ball. Players, they're usually going to always be facing the quarterback. The deep zones, however, their back is to the ball a good amount of the time because they have to run with vertical routes. And those guys are now breaking with their back turned to the ball. You'll see this here. Jimmy Smith's back's turned to the ball. Look how he just whips right around. Now, we completed the pass, which is fine. That's not the issue. The issue is, you know, against other setups or route combinations, when these guys are breaking with their back to the ball. And keep in mind, Jimmy Smith in the game, he's a good corner, but he's not like a top, I don't think he's a top 10 corner in the game ratings-wise. He might be close. But now imagine if this was Ramsey or Richard Sherman, how quickly they would break on the ball. They have, you know, zone coverage abilities as well. Imagine how quick they would break. His back is glued to the ball. He's, you know, he can't really see the quarterback from right here. He's got his head turned, but he's more so looking at the receiver. He can't really see Rodgers too good. As soon as that ball comes out, he whips right around. And that is really what we were trying to avoid is when the zones were bad in Madden 18 and they adjusted it, the guys that had 91 plus zone coverage, those guys broke with their backs to the ball, to where you couldn't even use certain route combinations you couldn't even use. They were rendered useless because guys would break so aggressively with the ball. They're not actually making the zone coverage better. They're making the reaction better. The zones are still being played the same way. They're just now, in a lot of scenarios, unrealistically breaking towards the ball. Now, is zone coverage being better a good thing? No. In a vacuum, just saying, you know, zone coverage in itself being better, zone coverage should be better. But when you take the entire balance of where the game was at and how people are playing the game, I think you have to take that into consideration when you're patching your game. Because what are we seeing more than anything else this year? People are running the ball. Running the ball is easier than passing. Before the patch, in the beta, doesn't matter. Any state that the game has been in, running the ball has been much easier than passing. And I like it. I think that running the ball is good. It's fun. And I think if you have good run defense and you know what you're doing, you can contain most players. Maybe not the best players in the world at the game that have really great run stick, but most players that are playing online, the majority of people are casual, you know, and intermediate gamers. They're not the professionals. They're not the best in the world. You can contain the run against those type of people if you know what you're doing, if you use the right defensive sets and things of that nature. Sure, the pursuit is bad. Sometimes you'll still get gashed, but for the most part, you can contain it. But running was always way easier than passing, and we saw more people running than passing. Now all you've done is made passing the ball harder, but you didn't make running the ball any harder. So in essence, if you're going to tune the zones well, if you're going to make passing harder, which I don't think is a bad thing. I don't think it's bad to make passing harder. I don't think it's bad to make the zones better, because the zones were pretty bad for the most part. But when running is as easy as it is, making passing the ball harder is that's furthering the game from balance. Because now it almost makes no sense to pass the ball. Because running is just too easy as it is. Now you've made passing harder. Another thing is, even though the zones were bad, if you factor in the rest of the game, the pass rush is really good this year. We all know that. The pass rush is amazing. Blitzing works very well this year. And when you take into consideration the release time of the quarterbacks, the way the quarterbacks release the ball is a little bit slower. So when you're blitzing, you have an advantage
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Trubisky. And he slings one that's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Those worse than Allen.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Undercut. Shoot.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Chicago first down, the former...
Yeah, I don't think his feet were in either, but I don't know if you can challenge shit anymore. I don't know why you can't challenge anything on these games. It's absolutely insane. Because I don't think his feet were in.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
If I were this guy, I would have wanted to challenge that too, because that didn't look like his feet were in.
They'll try the left side. Cohen. And he's got room. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 63 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry now for Jordan Howard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Switch. Mike, 53, Mike. Target.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
180. Red, up. You.
This is Gabriel out on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as the Bears push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You're
trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to take this one back.
Quick, easy win.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Come on, fellas.
Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Gore. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. On first down, it's Gore. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From midfield, here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Gore. Gore, a first down and then some. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 31 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the open drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going, wait. I'm going back to you. 11. Watch the twin. Watch the twin. 21. Yes.
To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 66 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Man open left side is Brown. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He finds Yeldon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
On 3rd down, Yeldon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 2.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here we go. 180. Check 15. Check 11.
Watch the whip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Mike 51. Let's go defense. Let's go defense. All right, here we go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go into half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Here we go. 49, guys. Mike. Hey, dude. Record. Shit. Watch the shit. SOS. 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 42.
21. White.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
51 to Mike. Here we go. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Let's go, D. Let's go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Here we go. 180.
Check 31.
Nick.
Crunch. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, gun. Hey, alert.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
11.
Watch the slap. You gon' take.
Hey, exit.
You got to take.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no? And he's going to be
wow, the ball fell into his hands.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
That's lucky.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No. Kill.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they had that one sniffed out.
It's not easy using Gore.
Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, Haywood!
And here's Allen on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
I gave it back to him.
Picked off by Quan Alexander. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
He drifted back at the whole way.
Let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Past the 20.
Why would you put me on that guy?
The chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 50 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On third down, they'll run with Gore. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down.
Oh, my internet's been fine. I don't know if that was yours or mine.
Completions, they are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
I just checked it before I started playing a little while ago.
Territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So I don't know.
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
X3, 218, chop.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out. Bro, Mike 51, Mike 51. And go.
On second down, Gore down to the 30 after a gain of 3. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Banjo. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Courage. Slam. Tight dog. Hey, I got him. That's me.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Frank Gore, 30 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Huh. I gotta close the application and start this again.